Today we are diving into the mesmerizing world of visionary artist and illustrator Philippe Caza. Hailing from the heart of artistic expression in Paris, Caza has carved a unique niche for himself in the realm of science fiction and fantasy art. With a career spanning several decades, Caza's work is a captivating blend of the organic and the mechanical, often transporting us to surreal and futuristic landscapes that defy imagination. Join me as we explore the life, influences, and iconic works of Philippe Caza. Caza, whose full name is Philippe Caza, is a French artist and illustrator known for his work in the science fiction and fantasy genres. He was born on November 14, 1941, in Paris, France. At the age of 18, Philippe began a career in the world of advertising that would last 10 years until the 70s, when he decided to make the leap to the world of comics and cartoonist, developing his particular and recognizable style with the release of his first comic book, Chris Cool. Chris Cool is an ultra-psychedelic journey to Venus, Mars, and Saturn, about a character exploring the future and going through a bunch of fantastic scenes while trying to achieve his goal. This individual can handle issues using both intimacy and force. Philippe revealed more of his creative skills by contributing to Pilot magazine. In 1971, he kicked off series like When Suits Had Teeth, followed by Scenes from Suburban Life in 1975, and later The Age of Shadow, Twilight Dwellers, and The Ramparts of the Night. His taste for science fiction, the future, psychology, and surrealism would only grow in later years, especially in the magazine Metal Holland in 1975, where he would produce titles such as Sanguine, Archie, and Lila. And this last story can be used as an example of the most outstanding characteristics of this great French illustrator. Lila retells Noah's Ark myth, but it's in a totally different world, like a fantasy land that's really special. It's told in a series of 3 parts, and each one is like a beautiful poem. Caza used his precise drawing skills to create a wild imagination trip, like a psychedelic science fiction dream. The whole vibe is this mix of cosmic and erotic feelings, and the colors he picked are just amazing. They really stand out and grab your attention. Stepping into Caza's psychedelic world is like taking trips in your mind, full of mysteries and filled with creatures that exist only in the imagination of this genius. You'll find human-like beings and even bodies that suggest femininity, all in a kind of intimate connection with the universe. Caza's illustrations are marked by intricate and detailed line work. His careful and precise use of lines contribute to the richness and complexity of his images, allowing viewers to explore the finer detail within his creations. A recurring theme in Caza's work is the fusion of organic and mechanical elements. His art often depicts an harmonious or sometimes jarring coexistence of natural and technological forms, creating a visually compelling contrast. While Caza is known for his detailed line work, he also uses a thoughtful and sometimes bold color palette. The colors he chooses enhance the mood and atmospheres of his pieces, adding an additional layer of complexity to his work. For all mentioned above, his illustrations project a distinctive cinematographic style, and maybe that is why between 1985 and 1987 he worked in close collaboration with René Lelouch on the animated science fiction and fantasy film Gandahar, based on the novel by Jean-Pierre Andrébon. The storyline of Gandahar revolves around a peaceful world, a utopian society threatened by mysterious and destructive forces known as the Men of Metal. These metallic beings are capable of turning living creatures into stone, posing a grave danger to Gandahar's inhabitants. The protagonist sets out on a journey to uncover the origins of this threat and save his world. Philippe Caza's artistic influence is evident throughout the film. His surreal and intricate style and imaginative landscapes, characters, and creatures that populate the world of Gandahar. The collaboration between Lelouch and Caza resulted in a visually stunning and atmospheric animated feature. The animation techniques used in Gandahar are notable. The visual aesthetic, coupled with Lelouch's storytelling and Caza's artistic vision, creates a unique cinematic experience. While Gandahar did not achieve the same level of mainstream success as some other animated films of its time, it has gained a cult following among fans of science fiction and animation. Years later, he would continue his cinematographic adventure, where he was not only in charge of the artistic section, but also contributed to the writing of the script. Between 2002 and 2003, he worked with Philippe Leclerc on the animation film The Rain Children, based on the novel by Serge Brussolo. Since the Great Sundering, the world has split into two parts. There's the Land of Fire, a huge desert where the Pyros people live, and the Land of Water, where the Hydros reside. The Pyros have red skin and strong muscular bodies. Water hurts them, and rain can even be deadly. On the flip side, the Hydros have curvy bodies and blue skin. Water is the most important to them. In the summer, the Hydros turn into stone statues, making them vulnerable, and that is when the Pyros embark on a crusade across the desert in search of the people they think are responsible for their problems. The war between the Pyros and the Hydros continued until the day when Scan, a young Pyros warrior who had gone on a crusade in the distant desert, set his eyes on Callisto. In the grand tapestry of artistic brilliance, Philippe Caza stands as a luminary, a conjurer that stretches the boundaries of imagination. Navigating the vast realms he has crafted is akin to embarking on an odyssey through the cosmos, where each stroke of his pencil unveils a portal to uncharted territories of creativity. In the saga of speculative fiction and fantasy art, Caza's chapters are richly woven, leaving an indelible imprint on the canvas of imagination. Like a cosmic architect, he has sculpted dreamscapes that inspire, provoke, and transcend the ordinary.